Life is crazy sometimes, and this movie showcases it. The scene opens at night in a small Japanese convenience store. Two teenage girls, one named Chisato and the other Mahiro. Mahiro is in an interview with the store manager, who asks her basic questions, while she is spaced out, not paying attention and feeling frustrated. Soon enough she becomes impatient and instantly kills the store manager. When she steps out of the office, she is confronted by the other staffs in the store, who surprisingly happen to be skilled fighters and killers. A fight then breaks out and Mahiro swiftly and skillfully beats and defeats them. The last man standing tries to give her a tough time, but gets shot unexpectedly by Chisato, who is hiding behind the counter all along. After killing everyone, they calmly leave as if finishing an ordinary errand. The two teenage girls are introduced to the audience. Chisato is lively, energetic and smiling always, while Mahiro is more introverted, quiet and expressionless. The next scene introduces the hidden assassin agency that employs them. Their handler informs them that they are no longer minors and must begin behaving like functioning adults. The organization worries that two socially awkward teenagers living independently will attract suspicions, so the solution is for both girls to move in and share an apartment, then get legitimate part-time jobs to appear normal in society. Neither likes the idea. Chisato, who already has a job at a restaurant, but loses it later on, because of her clumsiness and an unfortunate outburst when she wreaks harm on both the customer and her fellow staff, while Mahiro, on the other hand, fails to get a job, as she values silence and isolation and been on her own. The girls finally move in together. That night, they eat together awkwardly. Chisato tries bonding, while Mahiro gives minimal replies. They cook, but the food is not well cooked due to their lack of knowledge of cooking. The girls complete another assassination work involving the Yakuza group. To them it's routine work, but to the gangsters, however, it creates major internal panic. The gangsters realize someone is targeting them with frightening efficiency. The gangsters, a father and son, the father, who is the leader, goes to investigate the situation. When they arrive, one of the members, who happens to be the daughter, takes much interest in the situation and promises to find those involved. The daughter, unlike older traditional gangsters, is very impulsive, vicious, sadistic, and unstable, but dangerously intelligent beneath her cheerful presence. The gang traces clues connected to the girls, after interrogating and ending the life of one of the members, who tried to betray them and fight back. They manage to get hold of Chisato after she falls for a trap during one of her missions to kill one of the gangsters, but they let her live, thinking less of her as a threat. Later on, Chisato awakes. She goes back home and confronts Mahiro about getting a job. Chisato states she couldn't get one as a result of her nature, but then later calms down, and they both go for an interview at a maid cafe. During the interview, Chisato is more expressive than Mahiro, but both still get the job. Chisato treats the job like an undercover performance art. She enthusiastically acts cute towards customers. Her coworkers think she is eccentric and charming as she can fake normality. On the other hand, Mahiro cannot. She grows increasingly frustrated and depressed, struggling to connect with anyone. The simple workplace interactions exhaust her, so she begins resenting Chisato's constant energy, while staying at home watching cat videos. Later, both girls argue. Mahiro argues that she is not like Chisato, who is all smiles and energetic. Chisato in turn comments about how reclusive, quiet, and withdrawn she is. It turns to a little fight, and both give each other the silent treatment. The scene then cuts to the father and son Yakuza. The father suggests a new business, which would be more legal for their organization and more proper to operate. Unfortunately, he suggests the maid cafe which the girls are working at, since the prices and profits seem good to them. At the cafe, they are greeted and attended to by one of the staff. She politely and playfully attends to them, but the father picks often, saying she was been disrespectful to them, as a result of their ranks as Yakuza members. With this, he decides to round up all the girls in the cafe, planning to take them in for trafficking. As they proceed to round them up, the son notices Chisato. Just as he is trying to admire and caress her, she easily disarms him and kills him instantly. After, she points the gun to the father and kills him too. The gang's investigation finally comes to an end. The crazy daughter discovers the truth and calls Chisato. She reveals to her that she is fully aware it was her who committed the murder and asks to meet and settle their scores. The climax begins with all the gangsters getting ready for war, gathering weapons and discussing strategy. Meanwhile, Chisato and Mahiro accept and prepare for battle. When they reach the apartment, a brutal close quarters fight escalates, guns jam, and knives appear suddenly. Furniture breaks and hallways become death traps. Mahiro fully transforms into a terrifying combat machine, fast disarms, precise headshots, and brutal efficiency. On the other hand, Chisato fights with creativity and improvisation, often smiling slightly during combat. At the end, Mahiro confronts the mad daughter and kills her with her machine gun. Later on, the girls return to their ordinary lives almost immediately. They eat together in the apartment. Their relationship feels softer now. Not fully healed, but more genuine. The final scene suggests they have accepted each other as partners, beyond simply work assignments and missions.